Hi everyone, and welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making Italian wedding ring cookies, okay? I just want to start out by saying this is a more on the tough side to do. Not making the dough, but working the dough. So if you're not real confident in making cookies just yet, I don't think I would try this one. I will show you steps on how to get through the hard part, but you might get flustered if you're not really into making a cookie at that time. So just keep that in mind, okay? I'd love everyone to try it. I just don't want anyone to get like upset and that the recipe didn't work because it was just too difficult to work with, okay? So, excuse me. In a bowl, a large bowl, you're going to put 4 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 cup of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Whisk it together. Then you're going to add a 1/2 pound of butter. Okay, so that's 2 sticks of butter. And we're going to use our pastry blender and we're just going to blend it in like pie dough. Like I said, the dough comes together beautifully. It's just a really hard dough to work with. It's very sticky, even though we're going to refrigerate it for 3 hours. So that's another thing to keep in mind is, you know, kind of plan ahead if you want to do these. Maybe make it the night before, leave it in overnight, and then just pull it when you want to use it. I usually take a butter knife and clean off my pastry blender a few times so that butter gets coated. It's coming together really nice, guys. While you're watching me do this, don't forget to subscribe down below to our YouTube channel. Alright, so you just want it to look like pie dough. See how it has all these little crumbs in it? That's what we're looking for. So then, in a second bowl, you're going to want 1 full lemon rind. No, not the white, not the pith, just the rind, okay? And then you're going to squeeze half of that lemon for this, but keep the other half because we need it for our frosting. And then you need 4 ounces of heavy cream, 2 small eggs, and 1 small egg yolk. I don't know, I used large because that's what I had. And so we're just going to mix this together and we're going to pour it into our flour mixture. And then I'm just going to mix it. And if it starts to get a little tough to mix, just go ahead and use your hands. It's coming together now. I'm just going to use my hands. And I have doubled this recipe before and it came out fine, so if you need to double it, you can sure do that. The dough's coming together really nice. make sure you get all the stuff on the sides of your bowl and on the bottom of your bowl. And as you can see, it came together pretty good. My hands aren't even dirty from it, so. Then what we're going to do, once this is mixed really nice, I'm just going to push it a few times. I kind of feel a little bit of grittiness in certain spots, maybe the sugar. Okay. So what I'm going to do is cut this in half. It doesn't have to be perfectly in half. And then we're going to put it in each half in plastic wrap, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for 3 hours. I think I need my sous chef's help to get me some wax paper.
I've got to do all the work. Good Lord.
Alright, I'll see you back here in 3 hours. Alright, so now that our wedding ring dough has set in the refrigerator for 3 hours, we're going to start rolling. Now, we had you put it in 2 different plastic wraps, right? Take the one plastic wrap out, cut that in half, put the rest wrapped again in the refrigerator. This dough has to stay cold or you can't work it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of dough off and roll it between my hands, or you can even, just do it on your bench. And it depends on how thick or thin you want them. And I think I'm going to do S's today instead of wedding rings, just because I have a lot of circle cookies for my cookie tray already. And then you're just going to place them on a parchment lined cookie sheet. Have your oven at 350, and they'll probably go about 10 to 15 minutes. But if this starts to get too sticky to handle, just dip your hands in ice cold water, just your fingers or whatever you're rolling with. Pat it off on a towel and then go at it, because your hands get too warm and the dough gets too soft, okay? Alright, so my cookies took 13 minutes, and you just want them very light golden brown on the bottom. That means they're done. Pull them out, let them sit on the tray for a couple of minutes, and then put them over to a cooling rack. We're going to let them cool totally, and then we'll make the frosting for them. Alright, so now we're going to make the frosting for our Italian wedding ring cookies. So in a bowl you need 2 cups of powdered sugar, 4 tablespoons of softened butter, 1 egg white. That's the egg white you kept from your cookie dough, okay? 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and the other half of your lemon that you used for the cookie dough. So we're just going to put everything into the mixing bowl. This egg white just kind of holds it together and makes it kind of harden up. That's what the egg white will do in there. Okay, so I'm just going to let this mix together.
It's jumping out the bowl.
Yeah, it will. Now, if it's too thick, we'll add more lemon juice. If it's too thin, we'll add some more powdered sugar. What we're going to do is we're just dipping the tops in. You don't have to frost them. You just turn them over and dip them, and then you can put sprinkles on the frosting or just leave it. My frosting is really thick, so I'm going to do some more lemon.
A lot of juice for a little lemon.
Yeah. Scrape this down. still way too thick for me.
Take that.
Take that, I guess, huh? Huh. I added a little bit more lemon juice. Okay, let me see how this is coming. Still just a little bit too thick. I want it to coat the cookies, but I don't want it to thickly coat the cookies.
More like a glaze on the frosting.
Exactly. So I'm going to add a little bit more lemon juice. It's still too thick. Okay, I'm going to add a little more lemon juice.
You're out.
And to get more juice out of your lemons, if they're in the refrigerator, put them in your microwave for about 20 seconds and then roll them on your counter back and forth, and that'll really get them juicy for you. I'm not going to put too much in at a time. We're just going to do this slowly. That's looking much better. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay. I'm going to give it one more stir because my juice is still kind of lingering in the bottom of my bowl. Now you can just leave it in your bowl if you want to, but I'm going to put mine in a high plate so it's easier to dip up. Alright, that's perfect. I'm just going to set this right in my sink. We might need to make more, I'm not sure. So you just want it kind of runny like that, okay? If you want it runnier, you can, by all means, put more lemon juice in it. Okay, so all you're going to do is we're going to dip these in to the frosting, and then we're going to set them on wax paper to dry, okay? So all I'm going to do is take that, put it in, and there you go. That's it. That's all you have to do. And at this point, you want to add your sprinkles. Alright, so here's our finished cookies. One recipe of the frosting was enough for me to do all of my cookies, and I did leave mine a little bit thicker. You can do it thin or thick, whatever you want, and then I just put sprinkles on them just to make them festive. So please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and remember, you do you.